What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Kamoflage, aka Controller Kid Cam, and today we are putting in an LED kit in our Series X. I have never done this project before today, but I figured why not go ahead and take the plunge into the unknown. It turned out awesome, and I can't wait to show you guys how to do it. It was actually extremely simple, so let's get into it. The kit I'll be using today is courtesy of Extremerate. They make awesome stuff, and I've gotten tons of their equipment before. Today's kit's going to come with a few essentials: microfiber cloth, game manual, an instruction manual which comes with all of the steps you'll need if you didn't want to watch a video, a alcohol wipe with a dry wipe, the controller that's going to be controlling your LEDs, a pry tool, a Torx tool, and an adhesive for the kit that I've actually already put inside, which you'll see later. But a couple things that I added to my list of essentials is going to be an X-Acto knife and a heat gun and or a hair dryer. I didn't have a heat gun on hand, but a hair dryer worked perfectly fine. Alright, first course of action is you're going to take your Xbox and you're going to flip it on its face. Same way this looks. You're then going to take your heat gun or your hair dryer and you're going to start heating up that sticker that's on the back that has your serial number and the barcode. The idea here is just to warm up this sticker so that the adhesive that keeps it on is warm enough so that the sticker comes off without ripping or tearing. So after that sticker was hot enough, I felt that using an X-Acto knife and my thumb to lift up this sticker at least a little bit so that I can pull it off was way easier than using a pry tool. The X-Acto knife just seemed a lot, more precise. But again, use your better judgment. If you feel as if you can get this off with your nails, feel free. But an X-Acto knife worked for me beautifully. Once I got these stickers off, I actually put them on a piece of nonstick plastic that I had sitting around, just so that dust didn't get on them and so that I would be able to put the stickers back on perfectly when the project was done. After you get the big sticker off, you're then going to tackle a much smaller one, which is located down by the HDMI port and the AC power port. Once you remove those two stickers, you'll notice that you've exposed two Torx 8 screws, which you have to remove before you take off the back. Because we are dealing with screws in this project, be sure to have something set aside like a plate or a dish to put those screws in as to not lose them. In my case, I used a paper plate and it was fine. Once we remove these two screws, we're going to take our pry tool and we're going to start lifting up from the bottom of the Series X, and we're going to work our way around the sides until we remove the back shell. Once you remove that housing, you'll notice a cool little Easter egg brought to you by Microsoft, where they actually put a little Master Chief logo right on the fan. How cool is that? In order to get the fan out, what we're going to do is we're going to take our blue pry tool right there and we're going to unclip the only connector right there, which is the power source of the fan. And once we've unplugged that power connector to the fan, we're going to tackle 3 Torx 8 screws located here, here, and here. This is also a perfect time if you want to take the extra step to clean off your fan. If you have any canned air or a compressed air blower, feel free to use those. While you have your fan out of the console, you're going to give your fan a wipe down with the alcohol strip that it comes with. And the reason why you're not going to use another cleaner is because other cleaners sometimes have oil bases, and you want these contact points to be very dry and clean of dust so that the adhesive sticks to them perfectly. Once you have those contact points all wiped down with your alcohol pad, you're going to open up the small packaging that has your LED strip along with the motherboard that controls it. Once you have that unraveled, you're going to start feeding it through the small hole that's on the rear end of the fan. So once you get your LED strip fed through that fan hole, you're going to place that to the side, and you'll notice that Extremerate sends along with your LED kit a strip of about 12 double-sided tape dots. What you're going to actually do with those tape dots is you're going to start peeling back the protective strip along the LED kit, and you're going to place those tape dots about an inch apart, or however many inches or centimeters you think that you can get out of all 12 of those. I found that the best method was to put an adhesive sticker underneath every other LED light, and that allowed me to use all 12 stickers and cover the entire strip. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all. As soon as I opened this kit and I saw that one of the steps had me putting stickers on top of a sticker, I was a little bit weirded out. I thought that that was a little bit overkill, but after having this finished for probably a little over a couple weeks now, and seeing that there's been no loss in adhesion and all of the contact points are completely secure, I have come to the conclusion that this step is absolutely critical. Once you have your double-sided stickers on the actual LED strip, it's time to get that protective layer off. And I found that using that X-Acto knife in this step was absolutely clutch. Once you have your LED strip clear of all the adhesive stickers, you're going to work the LED strip along the outer ring of the fan. Just make sure that you don't go too low, otherwise the fan itself will hit that LED strip when it turns on. During this step, I felt that hitting the fan area as well as the LED strip with some heat helped that adhesive stick a lot better. In your Extremerate kit, you will find a rectangular piece of double-sided 3M tape. Where that goes is actually on the motherboard that controls the LEDs. So you're just going to take that tape right there, and you're going to stick it right on the bottom of that motherboard. Now it's time to bring our Xbox Series X console back into the picture. What we're going to do now is we're going to take our motherboard that we have our sticker on, remove the protective seal, and we're going to adhere that motherboard on the plastic ledge that's located right beneath the fan. And just make sure that you put it in this position with that black cord facing out toward the back of the console and not left or right. Again, you're just going to make sure that that motherboard and that black cable is facing toward the rear of the console. Once you feel like you have that motherboard firmly attached to the black ledge there, it's time to get that fan back in the console. Remember that cool Master Chief Easter egg we found earlier? That's going to make sure that your fan is facing the right way when you put it in. It's also really important to make sure that none of your cables are being pinched by anything in the console. All of these cords should have some room to breathe. The black cable that I have in my left hand is going to be the fan's power cable. This is going to be male. In my right hand is the motherboard connector piece, which is going to be female. This is a pink cable. We're going to put these together. Once you have those connected, you're going to take the only remaining motherboard pink cable, which is male, and you're going to connect that to the Series X's fan power port, which is female. After everything's connected, make sure you tuck those cables away in all the empty space. There are 3 screws that hold in the fan assembly, and those have to be re-screwed at this point. Once you're finished with your 3 internal screws and you feel like all of your cables are tucked away nice, you can re-clamp on that rear housing and re-screw your 2 external screws. This is also a good and safe time to actually test everything out to make sure it works before you put those stickers back on. And now, the moment of truth. Would you look at that? So one thing I did discover was that as soon as I plugged in the power cord to this console, these LEDs started operating. I didn't turn on the console by pressing the power button, I didn't use a controller to turn the console on, and I didn't use the remote for the LED kit to power them. They just turned on. The reason why that was is because this console by default was in standby mode. Standby mode is one of 2 operating modes that the Series X and S has. Standby mode consumes a little bit of energy and power so that your console can wake up at a moment's notice and you can be in and playing games within about a second. The other mode is called energy saver. When your console's in energy saver mode, you're not consuming any energy and all operating shuts down as soon as you press that console's power button off. So there's 2 ways to turn off and on these LEDs. You can use the remote and that will turn off manually every time, all the time. But if you want your LEDs to run when the console's on and turn off automatically when the console gets turned off, simply change your energy consumption mode to energy saver. Yeah. The provided remote allows you to change a bunch of different settings for this LED kit, including speed, color, pattern, and brightness. overall, this was an awesome project. I have never done anything like this to a Series X console before, and I personally have never done this to any console before. But Extremerate offered an extremely, no pun intended, simple, easy to understand tutorial, and even the piece of paper that comes in the kit is a visual step-by-step tutorial. So if you didn't have a laptop nearby, or if you didn't have access to a computer, you can easily use that paper and get this project done. Thank you guys so much for watching my tutorial. If you made it this far, feel free to like and subscribe to any social media pages that you're watching this on. And I do stuff like this all the time. I'm actually doing a spooky horror themed controller giveaway on all of my platforms, so feel free to click the link below. Tickets are available up until November's end 2022, and those are only starting at $5. Shipping and handling will be covered by me, and winners will also receive something special in their package courtesy of your boy, and proceeds will go to charity. So thanks so much again for supporting me and watching this video.